Pretty people theory. Yes, it just kind of rolls off the tongue. Pretty people theory. So I have this uncle. For the sake of the show, we're going to call him Uncle Joe. His name really is Joe. He's from a small town in central Michigan. And won't say the name of the town. Elma. It's Elma. Anyway, so Uncle Joe's had this theory about pretty people my whole life. I've heard it. And I think he's got this thing going on where he's 100% convinced that people get treated by how they look. And we've heard it. There's been several examples, and a lot of it does make sense. But lately, I've been experiencing it. I was at the insurance company, and I'm sitting in a cubicle, and there's like 5 of us in these cubicles, and we're all asking these questions. And I was trying to get a multi-car discount over 2. Once you add a car, you get extra money, and then if you add another car, the discount just kind of stops. Well, I wanted to talk about like a 10-car discount. Lady next to me, her husband's a car dealer or whatever. She was doing the same thing, and she was kind of an attractive lady. She apparently got her point across better than I did. She got the discount, and I couldn't get nowhere. And I just sat there thinking, I was like remembering back to my Uncle Joe, and I was like, yeah, it's the pretty people. It's that old pretty privilege. But today I'm at the doctor's office. Just to kind of give you a little background, this is one of my specialists I go to. Because I'm special. And they have this line. There's 2 lines you go into, one for lab work and one for your doctor's appointment. And they're always long. There's never enough seating. One of them you actually take a number and then they will call you on the number. And in the other line, you can go sit out in your car and they'll give you a call. There's just that many people. Well, the girls that work behind the counter, they are the ladies that work behind the counter. They're just kind of real salty, They're bitches. I mean, they're just some nasty, nasty bitches, man. They're as rude as you can be. They never have time for you. They'll close the door in your face and put the little sign up, gone to lunch. So today I went in there. I'm having some diabetic test work done. So I'm sitting in the seat waiting, and the line is huge. And this lady walks in. Now she didn't walk in. She kind of floated in the room. She was a really pretty lady, probably in her early 30s. She was dressed really nice, all designer clothes. I'm a watch guy. I noticed she had a Rolex on her arm, but she floated right past everybody. She just pushed everybody over and went right around the line, and she cut, and she moved herself right in front of the window. And I'm thinking, this is going to be interesting. I said, because these ladies that work behind the counter, man, they're tough. They're going to chew her ass out for cutting the line. They're not going to help her. The lady opened the window and she's like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, my medicine is not ready. I went to Walmart and they said I don't have any refills left. I shit you not. She said, hold on a minute. And I'm thinking they're going to just leash out at her. They're going to come around the office counter and tell her to leave. Nope. The doctor that I never get to see because they stay in their office. I always get to see, the nurse or the PA. The doctor comes out, walks in the lobby, holds the lady by her hand, and she's like, what's going on? She's like, well, my medicine, I'm out of refills. And instead of saying, well, bitch, why don't you just call in here and, get a refill like everybody else and wait in line? She goes, we'll take care of that. Would you like that for 90 days? Pretty privilege, I'm telling you, at its finest. Like, I'm just sitting back there, and there's this old lady sitting next to me. I mean, she's old. She's leaning on her walker, and I'm like, you see this shit? Do you see? And she's like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. There's one example where this goes the opposite way. You got your pretty privilege, and I can't even say it without stuttering or whatever. But anyway, where this doesn't work is like half of my family. So half of my family is super white on Uncle Joe's side. And then I've got my super Mexican family, and I love everybody equally. But I'm going to tell you where pretty privilege does not come into effect. Bringing a new girl, an attractive girl, into a Mexican family event with other Mexican women. Right off the bat, I walk in the door, mijo, they're all over, kisses and tacos, and I just grabbing my cheeks, and how are you doing? And then my girlfriend walks in at the time, Hannah. She walks in the door. Right off the bat, they start speaking Spanish. And it's nasty stuff. Like, who's this bitch? And Hannah speaks about 3 different languages. And she don't say nothing. She just takes it all in. The Mexican women went on attack. Right off the bat, she walked in. They were sizing her up. My aunt leans over and she's like, do you feed her? And I'm like, yeah, she actually eats more. She's very skinny. I don't think you feed her. I can hear my cousin in the other room. He's like, I think she's just with her she's trying to get his money. She's just trying to get his money. Somewhere in the distance, I could hear white devil or something like that, or she was a witch. But these women, it is the opposite, man. You come in there, and if you're attractive or you weigh less than they do, they just attack you. I mean, it's the total opposite. And it ain't like the pretty privilege in the bank where the attractive girl gets took care of, or at the mechanic shop when you get overlooked because there's some eye candy. In the Mexican household, man, it's just like the gloves come off. Like, she must be on drugs. She's very skinny. But anyway, I just thought it's just crazy how that stuff works out. But pretty privilege, it's a theory. I've been hearing it my whole life. It is true. I have witnessed it, and I have seen the opposite end of it with my Mexican family and friends.